Hi, welcome. Today we'll be reflecting on the year that has just passed. It is December 30th, 2024 as I record this, and I'm going to share with you a journaling process that I find really helpful. I am an avid journaler. These are two of my 4 journals for 2024, and I have been journaling for almost 20 years, a very regular, consistent journaler, and I've found that there are 4 prompts that really help me process major events, help me process chunks of time, especially long chunks of time like the year. So I'm going to take you through those 4 steps, those 4 prompts, and hopefully it will help you get some good insights about this past year and to feel like it was a good year, to overall get a sense of what was positive about this year, what was constructive about this year, and how you can reset your energy so you can start 2025 feeling fresh. So let's go. Let's do it. First, you start by going through your calendar, whether that's a paper notebook or your online calendar, and just picking out some highlights of the year. I like to start by making a list that's just off the top of my head, going through each month mentally. And then once I've done that, I go to my calendar and I see, what was actually happening? What's the difference between what I remembered and what was happening? Because sometimes it's really revealing the things that stick in our memories and the things that we kind of forget about. And once you're done with the highlights, it's time to reflect on some of the challenges in the year. Journal on a list, or you can just pick one challenge to reflect on and summarize some of the key points in that challenge. What was sticky about it? What felt hard? And also, how did you get through it? What really supported you to get through it? What surprised you about that challenge as well? For me, something I noticed this year is that I think I'm so good at self-reflecting and being vulnerable. And then it's interesting, every time I've decided, I'm being vulnerable, the other person needs to be more vulnerable, there's actually more guarding there that I need to create more safety to release. And so for me, that was an interesting pattern that I noticed through multiple challenges. And I kind of found that pattern by listing out different challenges and noticing what was common between those challenges. And for me, it was really like learning to be more vulnerable with myself and with the people close to me. Next, we want to reflect on people who supported you this year. And that comes sometimes organically for me as I think about challenges, because inevitably I needed to reach out for support. And so I like to start by just making a list again of all the people that really I felt so supported by. And then I like to go through and thank each person for tangibly what they were able to provide me and how that impacted me positively. And it's just such a sweet exercise that really fills my heart up. And even if those people aren't with you in present time right now, it helps feel connected to them, and it helps feel motivated to reach out, even if, maybe this is a lonely time or you're feeling like you need that support again. And finally, I like to reflect on how I showed up for myself this year. And sometimes that's about asking for support. Sometimes that's just about noticing all the ways that you prioritize the things that you need, how you've been reflecting on the things that you want and need, and making it a priority for you to access those things. For me, as I was reflecting on the highlights, the challenges, and the people in my life that I really love and have supported me, I was noticing that I prioritized self-care and creativity this year. I prioritized really enjoying my life and bringing healing to the parts of me that are still in survival mode. And I'm so grateful to myself for being tender with those parts of me that are still surviving. And that's a part of holistically thriving, right? Is that there are parts of me that are thriving, and then there are parts of me that are still struggling. And I can kind of wrap those more resourced parts of myself around those less resourced parts. And it's such a blessing. And once you've done that, I like to write some affirmations. I felt really inspired after journaling on some of the ways I showed up for myself. I just felt like, oh yeah, like I'm ready. And I like this process of scripting and affirmations because it kind of clears some energy and it moves some of the excitement into some clarity around what I might want to call in for the next year without immediately setting those intentions, because I kind of want some time to keep having my unconscious process some of the things that I've journaled about. So here's some affirmations that I came up with after I journaled on my year, and I hope they support you. I hope you come up with your own. And, you know, if some of these affirmations feel like, oh, that's too much, that's too big, I invite you to be really gentle with yourself and notice some of the blocks that are coming up to receiving this like juiciness and this love and this just enjoyable energy, this energy of gratitude and miracles and blessings and peace and receiving. So I'm going to read these affirmations and I hope they support you. I am in the reality where everything is rigged in my favor. I am in the reality where everything is always working out for me, 24/7, best case scenario. I am in the reality where miracles spontaneously and consistently show up for me and all my kin. I am in the reality where it gets easier and easier to show up for myself, to be seen, to shine, and to do difficult things while having fun in the process. I am in the reality where I love my life more and more every year, every day, every minute, every moment. I hope that this resonated with you, and I would love to hear what came up for you as you were journaling through these prompts. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful year ahead, and I hope that you see all the ways that this past year was such a blessing for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the journaling. And if you're still here, I would love you to join me at an intention setting workshop I'll be hosting on Sunday, January 5th. It will use an astrology technique in a really simple, straightforward way to help you identify what's really up for you this year and give you some more journaling prompts to reflect on and make this year your most aligned year yet. So I'll see you there. Thanks so much. Bye.